So how we doing on this Monday afternoon? Really don't know what time it is. I really don't care either. I've been outside in the side yard redoing some of my gardening area. I had tarps put down, and I took the tarps up the other day. Booger helped me do it, and so then I went back and I took some of the grass mat, that the weed barrier, grass barrier thing, and I laid some of that down and double layered it, and then put my tarps back down on top of that, pinned everything back down. Now, what I did have beforehand, which was, I don't know, not exactly the best way of doing it, is I had 2 cinder blocks on each end with 2 flat boards, and I had some like containers sitting on top of them. It did its job. It worked for a while. It was a temporary thing, but you know, it wasn't permanent, so it's no big deal. Now, that's one of the things I got to improve next year for gardening and everything else. I have acquired some seed for next year. I'm kind of like planning ahead before I even get to that point. And there's a few things I'm gonna do that I haven't done yet that it will be taking place here soon, which will be laying more of the grass barrier down, putting a tarp down, putting another bed in place, and then staking 2 like cheaply kind of fence posts on either end, and putting a half piece of fencing in the middle between, but tall enough to where the ground is, so therefore when I do plant some beans in, they can climb up the fencing, and you know, I'll have everything at hand's reach, and you know, like everybody else does. There is a few other things I'm going to work on. I haven't made my mind up how I'm going to do it yet, but in my head it's great, but once I put it down on a piece of paper, I see too many flaws. So with that being said, you know, I'm just going to take it, you know, one step at a time, and you know, because right now I'm looking at what, 3 weeks left, 3, 4, well, technically 2 weeks until the 21st, and then probably maybe a month-ish, give or take, depending however long it takes for the cold temperatures to set in. Yeah, I hate winter, but it's part of the cycle, so you gotta bend and grit and make the best of it, do what you gotta do, and you know, it is what it is. I'm just thankful I've slightly stocked up for certain things for this year, and I'm not caught with my pants down like I was a couple years ago. Now, believe it or not, I had a small planter container, and I don't remember doing this, but evidently I did. I threw some black raspberries, evidently, into this container because, let me count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19 plants of black raspberries coming out of this thing, and they're like all over the place. And I found them underneath my porch the other day when I was mowing. Of course, I knew there was something growing in it, but I wasn't for sure what. I just saw it was a bunch of weeds. But come to find out, you know, there's 19 different plants, 19 to 20 different plants of black raspberry, which is great, because my black raspberry plant by the walkway has shoots, like the vines are coming up really close to the ground, and they're working on seeding, rooting themselves into the ground. So I pulled all them up, put them in containers of dirt, so that way they can take root in the containers, and you know, everything will work out just fine. So allergies are killing me, and no, it's not COVID, it's allergies. Part of it's because what I was picking, and I'll show you here in a second. Of course, some of y'all are going to see this and like, oh, that's banana pepper. No, this is a Hungarian yellow wax pepper. And you can just smell the heat coming from the pepper, just smelling it like that. And then here's Carolina Reapers that I'm growing. So I cut some of them. And then, let me hold this other way y'all can see it better. There's some Trinidad Scorpions that I grew. And that's basically what this thing is full of. Let me see if I can turn it without dumping it. There you go. There's a lot of the Hungarians covering everything. I'm going to get these puppies out of the way. See if you can see it any better. The sun's in my eyes, so it's kind of hard to tell if you can see it or not. But there's a small handful of both of Carolina Reapers and Trinidad Scorpions, and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of these. So this is going to be turned into hot sauce soon. And I got 2 more gallons I just started this afternoon of habanero and Scotch bonnet. And I was going to try and get some peaches and slice them up and put them aside there, but there's not enough room. So what I'll probably do is whenever they are ready to put in the cook pot, is get me a couple of peaches, slice them in quarters, pull them apart, throw them inside there and let them cook with the habaneros and Scotch bonnets. And that way it will give it the peachy flavor that I'm looking for. So, but yeah, I mean, that's all I've been doing really, is making a bunch of hot sauces. I made a few things of extract, nothing major. There's some of the ones I have in the house that are ready to be bottled, and I bottled a few of them, nothing too major. But all my peppers are going crazy. I mean, most of the summer long I've been getting like a pepper here, pepper there, pepper here, pepper there. And all of a sudden now, this time of year, all my plants have gone crazy. It's like they're on kaboom stage. And I'm getting peppers left and right like crazy, which I'm not complaining. But I just wish to God I would have got them during the summertime, besides right now, towards the end of the season. But what are you going to do? You can't complain. Just be thankful you're getting them and go with the road. But my tomatoes, you know, I've been well, July they were kind of hit and miss. August, we got a decent amount in August. Everything that I had got from other people and what I had been grown, now the wife and the kid did eat some, but majority of it I made into salsa. And you know, I dehydrated some, not very many, mainly the ones that were kind of like, if some bugs got into it, whatever. I just cut off the bad spot, gave that to the chickens, sliced everything else up, put it in the dehydrator, dehydrated it to a crisp, and ground it up to make tomato powder. So, but yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. So, making hot sauce and getting stuff pruned out for the fall and winter, and their kids are going to have fall break in the first week of October. So I'm going to have to get everything cleaned up around here and set up and get ready, because I'm going to have some people over for a cookout, and it's going to be kind of tough because I'm going to have to be baking a couple of days. And on Saturday, you know, take the day completely off and get ready for like a cookout. And of course, hoping nobody stays super late so that way I can get my ass to bed by a certain time so I can get up and go to the market that coming Sunday. It's going to be a kind of a jumbly kind of week, but you know, it's going to be worth it in the long run. I ain't going to complain. Don't know what I'm going to fix yet. I might fix pork chops. We'll get a big old Boston butt and have it cut a certain way, or just smoke the whole Boston butt on the grill and just slice it, you know, piece by piece as we go through. Hell, who knows? And of course, I'm gonna have to fix either a great big ass cheesecake or some kind of dessert of some kind. And have some side fixings like homemade baked beans and of course tater salad, and if I can acquire some locally grown cucumbers still, I might see about trying to gather some, a small handful of them and shave it up and make my cucumber slaw, which is basically cucumber, onion, salt, pepper, vinegar, and when I say a pinch, I'm talking just a pinch of sugar and a teeny bit of olive oil, and stir it together, stick it in the refrigerator, get nice and chilled like refrigerator pickles, and it's great. Now, I did make a cucumber chow chow, kind of like the same way, except for I salted it heavy with pickle and salt and made them nice and crispy, and I had other vegetables and everything else in it like chow chow has. And if you don't know what chow chow is, I'm sorry, but you're missing something that's really great. That's another thing here soon I'm going to have to fix, because I had one of the people I've known for some years, went to school with her, asked me if I could make some chow chow. I said, yeah, I can make it. Kind of a long, drawn-out process, a little bit in a way, but yeah, I can make it. Hell, I made some a few years ago and nobody wanted any. I gave it all to the goats and the chickens. Now all of a sudden, I'm not making nothing like that, and everybody wants it. I guess it's the rule of life. That's how it works. Now, I'm dying to rub my eye, but after touching these peppers, it ain't gonna happen. I'm dying to. This sun is making my eye dry out and it's itching like hell. But it is what it is. Hopefully sometime this month we'll get my bathtub changed out, and that way I won't have a crack in the tub anymore, and the few other problems I have with my tub. And plus it's a deep soaking tub, so I'm tickled pink. The wife ain't gonna be happy, but I am, because I can put the plug in and fill that bad boy up with some soapy suds and some hot water, and I can slide my ass in that tub and soak and soak and soak. The only problem is if I get too warm I might fall asleep in the bathtub, so I guess I better get me one of those little neck preserver things in case I do fall asleep in the tub, which has been known to happen. But, that's only because I was dog-ass tired and I was in hot water, and the combination of the two didn't fare very well. I'm sitting looking at my plants I have sitting in this container, and it looks like I got about 6 or 7 new little shoots coming up, which if I do, I'm just tickled pink, because that just means I'm going to have that much more berries next year. And I'm propagating off my plant here. I have containers of dirt on the ground. Well, they have a bottom to it, and I got containers of dirt with the stems going into it, so that way they'll take root. So that way when they do take root, I can trim it off the plant and kind of raise them up somewhat to keep them off the ground, and that way they'll grow into a new plant, and I can either transplant those around the yard. Oh, the sun's hiding in a cloud, thank goodness. But I can transplant those around the yard, or I can start them from a start into a new pot, and I can take them to market and sell them. But truth be told, I might take maybe say 3 or 4 with me to market to sell. The rest of them I'm going to transplant around the yard, just so I can have more berries. Now, there was a lady from the market that followed me home the other day because she wanted some elderberry, and I told her I had some. I wasn't for sure how much I was able to give her at the time, because my ladder, like I told her, my ladder is only so high and I can't reach the top, and but she came over and I gave her, as much as I could off my elderberries that was available on there as of then, and I gave her some of the grapes off the grapevine, and a couple of just small couple things I have around here. Now, she told me before I got the elderberries off the plant over here she asked me if I knew what a muscadine was. I said, oh yeah, I know what a muscadine is. And she said that she has some that she brought back from Georgia. And she said sometime in October, she'll dig some of it up, put it in a pot, and bring it to me. I said, that'd be great. So, sometime in October, I gotta find me a place around here where I can set some muscadines out. And of course I gotta check to find out exactly what kind of conditions and everything else, how much shade, how much sun, everything else, which Google's a great thing for that. But like I said, in October I'll have me some muscadine, which I'll be tickled pink. I know a bunch of my friends can be like, hey, you can make some muscadine wine. No, I'll make some muscadine jelly. On top of grape jelly, and on top of blackberry jelly, on top of black raspberry jelly, and whatever else I have I feel like making it a jelly. Oh yeah, my mulberries. On top of my elderberries. But yeah, I just, since I have my, hold on for this, my container here, I don't need to make wine. I'll make hand sanitizer. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. I know that I haven't taken my medicine today. I'm starting to feel it because I'm getting like this weird kind of queasy feeling. And I guess I should get out of the sun and take my happy ass in the house, download this to the computer, put it on YouTube so some of y'all can see it before the sun goes down. But nonetheless, y'all have a great day. Make the best of what you have left. And every day that your feet hit the floor, be blessed, because there's a lot of people's feet that has not hit the floor in a while. Oh, excuse me. Indigestion. So keep your nose clean and powder dry, and everything should be a-okay. Until then, I'll see you next time.